So last time we began our exploration of social skills and how skills are taught. We also introduced the first skill in this program, active listening. Who remembers the 4 steps of that skill? Tom?
Yes. Look at the person who is talking, think about what is being said, wait your turn to talk, and say what you want to say.
Perfect. That's exactly right. So your homework was to practice using the active listening skill. Take out your homework reports and let's quickly review them. Tell us about practicing the skill, when you did the skill, where and with whom. Describe specifically what you did to follow each step of the skill. Tell us another situation where you will use the skill. Who would like to begin? Thank you. Today you will learn another important basic skill to use when getting along with others, either individually or in a group. The skill is asking questions. Who can define what asking questions means? Jessica?
Looking for more information from someone.
Good. Very good. And why do we ask questions? Huh?
For clarity?
Clarity, good. To understand better, get more information, very good. So asking a question means that we want to get information about something that is important to you. For example, you may ask questions to get directions, to learn more about something, or to help you complete an assignment. What are some other examples of situations where you might need to ask questions to get more information? Amanda?
Maybe to define rules and boundaries?
Yeah, exactly. Like here, prison would use that. Anybody else?
To complete a homework assignment?
Yes, that would be a great spot for you to asking questions. Good, very good. So we'll have an opportunity to talk more about what asking questions means in a minute, a little bit, but right now we're going to review the skill steps. Then Ms. Hotchkiss and I will do a brief vignette that shows you the steps of the skill asking questions. After you've had a chance to watch us model this, we will talk about times when you may have to or want to use the skill in the near future, and then you will have a chance to try it out here. Remember last week, we talked about how every skill is made up of a number of steps. Each of the steps is either a thinking step or an action step. So what is the thinking step about? Jessica?
Something that goes on only in your head and no one can see.
Exactly. And what do we do during thinking for a change when doing a thinking step? That's right, we put our hands to our temple and say out loud what's going on inside of our head. And the second type, the action step, what is that about?
Something you can see somebody doing?
Exactly right. So step 1 in our skill of asking questions, decide what you'd like to know more about. Is that a thinking step or an action step?
Thinking.
Exactly. And step 2, decide whom to ask. Is that a thinking step or an action step?
Thinking.
Exactly. Step 3, think about different ways to ask your question and pick one way. Is that a thinking step or an action step?
Thinking.
Exactly. Step 4, pick the right time and place to ask your question. Is that a thinking or an action step?
Thinking.
It is. Good. And step 5, ask your question. Is that a thinking step or an action step?
Action.
Exactly. So what questions do you have about the steps of the skill asking questions? You guys have any questions about it? So here's a card that lists the steps of the skill. You will use it later to help on practicing the skill during the session and in real life situations. And now, Ms. Hotchkiss and I will model the skill for you. Here's the situation. I'm about to be released from doing 12 years for drug possession, and I need to find out about Narcotics Anonymous groups in my neighborhood. I need to ask where I can get the information. I need to know about Narcotics Anonymous groups. I think Ms. Hotchkiss would be the person who would have the answer for me. I could send her a kite. I could catch her in the hallway. I could set up an appointment. I could ask her here at T4C. I think I'll ask her right now during group. Ms. Hotchkiss, do you know anything about Narcotics Anonymous groups in my neighborhood in Anaconda? End the scene. So, in this demonstration, did I do step 1 of decide what you would like to know more about? And what did I decide?
You decided you wanted to know more about narcotics anonymous groups in your area.
Exactly. Did I do step 2, decide whom to ask? And what was the decision for this step?
Ask messages.
Yes. Did I practice step 3, think about different ways to ask a question and then pick one way? How many different ways did I think about?
Group, kite,
In the hall.
in the hall, or an appointment.
Exactly. And which option did I choose?
Group.
Yes. Yes. In step 4, did I pick the right time and place to ask the question?
Yes.
And what evidence did you see of that?
She was able to actively listen to you and answer your question.
And I chose right now during group. Very good. In step 5, did I ask the question?
Yes.
And how did I model that? What evidence did you see or hear?
You asked about inmate groups in your neighborhood in Anaconda.
Yep.
You addressed her by name and talked directly to
Yep. Exactly. So now you've seen a model of the skill. What is a current or immediate future situation where it will be important for you to use asking questions? Pick something that is likely to occur before the next session. This is important because what you identify in role play here is what you will practice in your homework for the next session. Be as specific as possible and include the current or immediate future situation, with whom you will practice the skill, when you will practice it, specific time and day that it will be important for you to practice it, and where will you practice it.